Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's messages of love from above, and could be Sunday night for some of you on the other side of the planet. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, or you had a wonderful weekend. And I'm excited to see what comes in here for us today. Just going to get my desktop all set up here, and we will get started. And if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, as always, I love to welcome you. We've got a wonderful group of people, beautiful souls, large hearts, great senses of humor. It's a wonderful combination. And trying to do two things at once has not been as easy as when I was younger. So enjoy that while you can, you youngsters. All right. So we'll get this all set up here. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Anita, everyone. Hello. So good to see you all. And so appreciative of all your love and support and definitely your thirst for spirit. All right. I think that was everything. So before we get into all of the readings and other things, I do want to start off by sending love out to the world. It's something that I used to do when I first started doing live readings. Got away from it, but this year, 2024, is a huge transformational year, start of a huge transformation. So the world definitely needs as much love as it can get. And if one person sends unconditional love out to the world, it transforms a million people having lower vibrational experiences like fear vibration and those emotions. Two of us do it, that's 2 million. But if we join together, it multiplies. So whether you're watching live or even on replay, we can all join outside of time and space. Bring that love down. I'm going to grab my lovely singing bowl here. And so if you want to join me, I'm just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And then as I hit my singing bowl here, it's not a loud one. I mean, it's not high pitch, it's lower vibration, which is very calming. Just let that unconditional love flow down into your own heart, fill it up, and flow out to the world. Okay, that was kind of loud, sorry. And of course, if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment, we send this to you as well. Just take it in like a giant hug from the universe, or like a tree, a plant would take in the sunlight from the sun. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for all of you that joined me in doing that. Let's move this stuff out of the way here. And if you are new to the readings, how it all works is listed in the description box of the video, but basically the chat is the list. There's no special list. I move down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange. It's how I make my income, and this is all that I do in addition to my personal readings and those things. So a big thank you to you. And so I step out, dive deeper into those, and then return back to the free readings. Usually free readings, I pull like 1 or 2 cards, but for the donations, I do dive deeper as well. All right. And then I always like to just mention the free things that are available, because I am able to put out a lot of free content because of those donations and my monthly YouTube memberships, which I do offer. All that information is listed in the description box of the video. All right, there we go. So trying to do 2 things at once doesn't go well. All right, here we go. So the first one is I did a 2024 energy forecast for each individual zodiac sign. So that is the link to access those. And then also, whoops, I don't know what's going on with me today. All right, here we go. I did a winter summer solstice, so depending on if you're northern or southern hemisphere, you're in winter or summer. And there's a wonderful pick a card with this, and added at the end of it is also a secondary one card for each individual zodiac sign, and also a little chart about the planets. Uh, so you can, if you know your birth chart, you can go, oh, my moon is in Pisces, and Pisces, was like how kind of rules over our emotional state, so you can get an idea for those 3 months from December 21st to March 21st, what is going on? And then also, of course, as we go into the uh, solstice in December, that is the moving into the Capricorn season. So happy birthday to all you Capricorn sun babies. And if you know a Capricorn, send them that link and say happy birthday from bruddaZEN, or you can say happy birthday from you. But there's a message as a special birthday bonus reading at the end of that. There's a pick a card for all the rest of us, but a bonus birthday reading for every Capricorn. And then also each month I put out a meditation pick a card where we go visit a spiritual site. This one was the Glastonbury Tor. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it's in England. Beautiful meditation and pick a cards. It had a special pick a card in there, and the fairies, what gift they want to bring you. So, ooh, I know. So be sure to check that out. And then every other week, my pick a cards have to do with the new moon and full moon. This one, Capricorn new moon alert that came out a couple of days ago. It talks about using the energy of this new moon for new moon wishes, etc. So be sure to check it. Um, as I mentioned, I offer some personal readings if you don't want a personal reading. I do past life readings. I just put out birthday readings. Here's the announcement for that. Those are half off until the end of this month because I just introduced them. And I have Hedges of Peace and Love. And also, I do something called a Wish Upon a Star Astro reading. Talks about all your birthday wishes. You get 80 birthday wishes a year, 40 for one period, 40 for another. I pull a chart for you and tell you all that. And then I go into talking about new moon wishes, using the new moon energy and the full moon energy for the most benefit. So, all that information in the description box of the video below. All right. So that's the skinny and all that stuff. So let's get into what we are here for, right? Hearing from spirit. I am going to be using the round tarot today. I love this deck. It's so fun to shuffle, but very accurate. So let's get these shuffled. I do have a couple of donations, so we will start there. And thank you so much for your donations. And we'll start here. Hey, Mia, thank you so much. Let's give that some love since it lets me do that here. And let's see, where are we at? Happy Sunday to you too. And you'd like to ask, how will F see and feel after receiving your letter? If at the time he'll be dating someone else you don't know about. Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here and see uh, once he receives your letter. How will he see you? All right. And then these two are how they will feel. And this is about dating. Are they dating someone else? All right. So let's take a look here. All right. Okay. All right. Wow. I love all these knights, all these people on horses here. So, Mia, let's see. Oops, I just see here more. I just now see you added extra here. Let me just read these here. So, will he realize he did not see something he doesn't want to lose and care about? He never up and up so much about you. Hope the words will be revealing like his heart. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I caught up. So you've got as far as how will he see you, this is a very nurturing and giving individual. Also, movement of emotion comes in here too, that you have this emotional center. The Empress has the she rules over all the queens. So all the queens get like water each, right? So there's four water, and then the queen that rules over water. So this Empress, she has five water, and then like one earth, one fire, and one air. So very emotional, and not surprised that there's this Knight of Cups here, that he, all the knights serve the queen, and so this Knight of Cups, the Knight of Emotions, is in service of the Empress and the Queen of Cups. So there is this beautiful energy here that they see you as this sensual, very nurturing, loving individual. They could see like harvest and birth, and they could see all this, and so they are moved emotionally here. And we were asking here, how will they see you? And then how will they feel, right? But this is how they see you, as someone who does move with emotion, and they see this here. The overall energy underneath your whole reading is the high priestess, who digs into the unknown and sees into the unknown. The unknown will be revealed. And when we look at this, uh, we asked how they will feel. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. But the Moon card here, which is a lot like the High Priestess card, is about the unknown coming, and being seen and coming to the surface. So I feel like, and that's of course the Moon is rules over emotion, right? Big, big Moon energy. So I feel like they will reveal their emotions to you. They're not gonna go, "I love you." It's like the, uh, Seven of Pentacles is like the seed grows, you plant the seed, and then the little seedling comes out, and it grows above the ground, and then it sprouts above the ground, it gets bigger, then it grows into a tree with some branches, it grows bigger, it grows leaves, and then, blossoms, and then fruit, right? So I feel like they'll give you pieces of their emotion and reveal it to you, but not, like, they're not gonna do like a vulnerable, "Here's my heart." They're gonna go, "Well, here's some of my heart. How are you gonna do with that?" They're very tentative, which I think we've talked about before. It just feels familiar that they've had pain, and people have not appreciated them in the past and taken their art and stomped on it, etc. So I like this energy coming in there. And with them, are they dating someone else? I don't feel like they are. We've got the death card. So I feel like their emotional life is dead. And here again, King of Pentacles. You got these two of the pentacle. Oops, sorry, don't mean to flip you guys off. Here we do it that way. Um, we've got these two cards here are all about the slowness, and they take their time. Slowest moving knight out of them all. So I don't feel like they're with anyone else, because I don't feel like most people are as patient. Because they like, here's a piece of my heart, and they're like, that's it, I want it all right now. And they're like, well, here's a little more of it, and they're like, why are you spoon feeding me your heart? I want it all. And lot of people don't put up with it. And I feel like he's very guarded, and so he does just give his heart away to anyone, right? So I don't feel like they're in a committed relationship or anything like that. If they're dating or whatever, there's it's 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 not like with a anything serious is going on, because I just feel like it hasn't, you know, unfolded in that direction at all. It could be, but I still feel like they're not. Yeah, it's not like deep, type of things that are, happening there, and um, it just feels like if they are, they, like, have been dating, and, "Well, I went on a date with them, and no. Went on a date with them, no. Went on a date with them, no. Went on a couple dates with them, but no." It's that kind of energy that is there. I just feel like they're, um not that they're picky, but they're very tentative about giving their heart. And I feel like there's, the individuals that have been, like, very demanding upfront. "Well, this is what I want, na, na, da, 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 da," and they're just like, "I'm not going into that cage." They wanna be able to freely give their heart in their own time, and that's important to know. right. So that's what's coming in, Mia Mia. I like it. So they see you as nurturing, and something else about the Empress, which they just brought to mind here. And oh, look at on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, both of these on the bottom of the deck. The full card and love. This is exactly what I was about to say, which is the Empress is, free flowing and open, and she's like, I don't want roles, that comes afterwards. That's like the emperor and the hierophant that come, Empress is number 3, number 4 is emperor, number 5 is hierophant in the major arcana. They're the ones that impose the rules of society, the rules of organized religion, and the Empress is like, no, I'm free flowing. I'm running naked through the forest. I don't want any rules. And that's the approach to love that they want is not a lot of don't cage me in, don't try to grab my heart and cage my heart. Allow me to, in my own time, give love, give things, and I want someone to enjoy an adventure and a journey with, not work with. I don't want to work at a relationship. I want to have these adventures as the relationship grows. That's their kind of approach. So right. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in there for you, Mia Mia. Thank you so much again for your donation. I know, right? The lovers. Oh, your little faces. You're so funny. All right. So thank you, my dear. And thank you for your donation. All right. Johanna Yurisen. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. Let me give that some love there. And shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. You can see their names are in green and have a badge. So thank you so much for being a member and helping support the free readings too. And hello, hello. You would like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? What messages? All right. Like that. What's on the bottom of the deck here? All right. Well, yeah, you've got this. See if I can do these. There we go. Not too bad. Well, let me just. So the thing with circle cards is you're like, okay, are they like this? No, they're like this. So you got 2 major arcana as the energy underneath the reading here for you. And you've got both the Hermit, which is stepping back and connecting with spirit, and the star that's in the lantern is this star, the card. So this is communicating with your higher self, but this also, I feel like it has to do with about what is the dream, what is the life purpose, what is your dharma, what are you trying to, like you're discovering and stepping back and communicating and asking your higher self, what is it that we want to do? Where do I want to head? How do I want this to unfold? Right. And so I like this. I feel like there is this, um, time here that you're developing this relationship with spirit, really determining what it is you want to do and move forward in your life here. These 2 cards came out together, which you've got another 9, Hermit's number, and this is about stepping back in the physical world and being with spirit. So this definitely is this time of separation, getting away with the chaos, connecting there. And you even have the 8 of Cups, which the 8 of Cups here is about walking away from emotions and people and situations that no longer serve you. And they head off to the 9 of Cups, which is, yes, a wish fulfillment card. So there is this, all this energy between these cards here about developing a higher and higher relationship with your soul, your higher self, your spiritual posse, getting in tune with what it is you want to do with your life and what mark do you want to leave on the planet. But it's not like work. It's like having a song in your heart that needs to be sung, or a book in your heart that needs to be written, something that needs to be shared, that you're just like, oh, this is how I want to share the love in my heart with the world. You even have the 2 of Cups, which in this case is about developing this deep relationship with your higher self. And then also the 6 of Wands, which is this energy of like all of those people are your spiritual posse on the other side, saying, we're so proud, we're here to support you, and we've seen everything that you've done, and they celebrate you. There's no right or wrong. They're never going, "Oh, you didn't do what you're supposed to do." They're just like, "What do you want to do next?" They're behind you. They're like, the friends in a bar that, they don't care what fight you pick. They're going to have your back. That's the kind of energy they're showing. We got your back. So I love this energy of like this invitation to get to know your higher self who connects you to your spiritual posse of a guardian angel, angels, loved ones on the other side, ancestors, of course, all those spirit guides, animal guides, power animals, totem animals, fairies, unicorns, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are, they're inviting you to this deeper relationship because this is the year for you, right? 2024, the year for you. And what do I want to do? How do I want to express myself? And I feel like they're bringing a lot of clarity around that. And that helps you. That star becomes your North Star that helps guide you through this dark life that we have, right? In comparison. And so it will guide you and help you determine and make decisions because if it doesn't support that dream, then it's like, I don't need to invest energy in that. I don't, it makes it easy to make decisions. So I like that for you. And that is what is coming in for you, Johanna. So thank you again so much for your donation and many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we got Anita Abdul. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love there. And you'd like to know your current feelings, emotions, and future actions of Wagner. All right, let's take a look here. So, first of all, current feelings and emotions that are going on with Wagner and towards you as well. Just feel like they want to give you an update on where they are at in their own kind of journey, which I had a feeling, yeah, especially with both of these cards underneath here. The overall energies that they have going on are the Devil card and the Five of Swords, which this is conflict, inner mental conflict, and the Saturn Capricorn energy of the Devil card is all about the shaking and the rattling of their supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts of their mind, right? All this stuff they've been given all their life. Well, they've been having this transformational kind of shaking and rattling going on to realize the cage that they have had themselves in. So that's kind of this energy they want to let you know that with what's going on with them, if you're like, wow, what's this smoke coming from their camp over there? It's because they are getting rid of old beliefs and really trying to figure out who they are and what they're wanting, to have in life. When it comes to you specifically, their feelings and emotions here. Yeah, and let's see what this other one is here. Yeah. So they're in this place of making choices and trying to find stability. The Four of Pentacles here does represent like this feeling of home and safety where their um, inner child feels safe around you and feels secure. And that's nice, right? It's like that is a compliment. If someone's inner child is like, I feel comfortable around you. I feel comforted. Their alarms aren't going off, going danger, danger. There's a stranger. It's all good, right? And the Chariot card is a victory card, is movement, and it feels like they are making choices. It's the power of choice card, the Chariot, which they are making. Of course, we know with all of these cards, with the Devil card and that, they're making a ton of decisions. They're having these beliefs and thoughts that are being put into their face. Well, they cannot, when Saturn energy comes in, you can't escape it. You can run, but you can't hide. They're going to bring things right here you have to deal with and go, no, I don't want to deal with it. And everywhere they look, it's right there. They're like, okay, I'll deal with this. Um, so they're making a lot of choices about things, and you are involved in those choices with these cards coming in. They also have this Seven of Cups, so they are trying to figure out, they got a lot of emotional confusion, a lot of stuff they're trying to figure out. And the King of Pentacles, though, is they're also trying to find this firm foundation in the outside world. These two cards are um, so powerful together with this Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, because that's one of the biggest lessons that the King of Pentacles brings in, is that, when we look for our worth in the outside world, we feel unstable. We're told, look to relationships, look to situations, look to things, our bodies, our bank accounts, and career, education, blah blah blah, all that stuff out there. And when we do that, like the King of Pentacles, when they do that, they realized during the Four of Pentacles, this is the stable outside world, but the reason they find the stability is when they were looking for all that stuff in the outside world, they felt unstable, because all those things are. People change, people pass away, people walk away, right? Unstable. Situations, jobs, education, whatever, never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So all of that shaking and shaking and shaking, we realize when we get tired enough of all that instability and disappointment of the outside world, we turn inward and upward to the only thing that's stable, which is the unconditional, eternal love of the creator in the spirit world. Eternal, never ends, unconditional, nothing you can do to lose it, stability, right? So there is this, message of the finding stability in the outside world with that, but there also, you got the another four, which is the Four of Cups. So they are going through this, and I feel you are going through this too, this mirror of finding that the outside world isn't going to bring us what we're looking for. That when we turn inward and upward, we find the stability, emotional stability, stability of our worth and self worth, our mental stability, our spiritual energy is also balanced, and we have this joy of life, and it changes everything from, this outside world feeling like it's falling short and disappointing and unstable. And we find all this beauty, what we're looking for on the inside, we fill up and it overflows. It doesn't mean we stop wanting things in the outside world. We just don't need it. We're not as desperate for it. And the outside world transforms from a place of lack and falling short to above and beyond extra. So this is what they're going through. And this is like kind of what spirit is nudging you to as well, knowing that Wagner's feelings and emotions and whatever, all that's going on inside of them has nothing to do with you. They're seeing the world through their eyes, and they're a mirror. Whatever you see when you look out there is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So there's this huge stability coming in here, which I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a journey that Wagner's going through to find this. I feel like you've been on this journey and continuing to do this, because you do have underneath here too the Eight of Pentacles, which shows you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, right? Of doing your shadow work, looking at these thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, emotions that don't serve you, just things in your life that you're like, okay, I experienced that for a reason, but I'm done with that. I don't want to do that anymore. And that's good, because that Eight of Pentacles does show that things will be moving in the outside world, but the speed at which it happens has to do with how you're looking at those things within you. Because as you raise your love vibration, that speeds up things. When we're in our lower vibration, it's like having anchors, or the old balls and chains on our connected to our legs. We're like, oh, I can't move very fast. It's holding us back. He's working on raising his love vibration. You're working on raising your love vibration. And eventually down the road is when it kind of comes together. But the important thing is inward and upward first. So that is what they want you to know, Anita. I know maybe that wasn't exactly what you were looking for, but that's what Spirit wants you to know right now, because that is the answer to the real answer to our real question in our heart. Ooh, I like that. Your spirit guides are fun. All right. So those are those. And then I did get a donation that came in through the CashApp. Oh, thank you so much, Spiritual Journey Tarot, for your donation. And let's take a look here. You're very welcome, Anita. Happy Sunday Fun Day, Jalen. Yeah, and Anushka and anyone else, if you want to know how everything works, if you check the description box of the video, you just post your question. into the chat, and I go down in order, first come, first serve. If anyone makes a donation, which is what I've been doing, I step out of the free readings and prioritize those and dive deeper, and then I eventually go back to the free readings. So, all right. So, spiritual journey. You have next few weeks. So, just want a general reading for the next few weeks. Is that what you're asking there? All right. Very good. Next few weeks for you. All right. Let's give those a shuffle. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee here. All right. So let's take a look here, spiritual journey. What does Spirit want you to know about what is coming here in the next few weeks? So, all right, we do want that one, but we want that one and that one first. And all right. So your underlying energy here is a lovely temperance card. Yay! We love temperance, right? Patience. But it also is progression. Things are going back and forth. That base metal is turning slowly into gold. So we're happy about that. But that's the overall energy is, you know, if you ever watched like cartoons growing up, probably more my age cartoons, but dirt, it's just like going along. Here we go, step by step. The journey is just kind of meandering. So I like that. There, it doesn't feel like there's ludicrous speed yet. Let's take a look at your cards here, though, and see what is unfolding here. Yeah. So no super speed, ludicrous speed coming in here. But you do have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, of course, is a very positive card. It's abundance, it's fullness, it's wholeness, it's really, getting a grasp of my self-worth, and I feel like there's clarity that comes around here with this. And it's like I feel like you've been moving into this energy of deservedness, really discovering a little bits and pieces of some old cycles that have been on autopilot running below the surface. And you're like, what's that noise? And you're just like, you bring it from the subconscious into the conscious and go, oh, let me turn that off. And I don't need that anymore. That was for my protection before, but I don't need that anymore. Because you do have balancing energy coming in here with the Two of Pentacles. And I like this, the cycles that are happening here. And, that kind of reminds me a bit of the Temperance card, right? This going back and forth between the two. And there is two options that are coming up to you in the physical world during these few weeks. A choice to be made, and I feel like it's not like a ooh a I'm going to move away type of choice, but it's a choice in the physical world that's significant enough, but it's not like you know the major arcana. And you do tarot, so you understand the difference between major arcana and the minor arcana suits. So you have some choices that are coming up to make in the physical world, and I like that you're approaching them differently because you have uh, a different awareness of your self-worth, and so you're approaching decisions differently, where before you might have went like, well, no, I really don't feel comfortable going for something that big. I'll take this one. Now you're like, what do I got to lose? Woohoo! It's that kind of energy that's coming in here. Because you have also here been with this Eight of Cups, you are, walking away from emotions that no longer serve you, but also relationships and situations that no longer serve you too, right? So I like that because I feel like with this growth of this, and it's not like it was like a huge leap because you already had been, you know, dealing with your shadow work for what centuries it feels like, right? But there was like just a little bit of stuff like, well, let me just, what is this little thing? And this little thing that you have just transformed makes all the difference. It was just enough. It's like if you own 51% of stock in a company, you have the ruling stock, right? And that's what happens is like you got the little extra 1% that has really changed your, it's like if you ever watched Dallas, I don't know why they're bringing this up. Dallas, the old like evening soap opera my mom used to watch all the time. And it's like Alexis Carrington, she was this really strong, powerful character in there, and she was like, taking over the corporation, and she was like, I own this much, and if you stockholders won't support me, I will find those that will. It was like, there's this stepping up that's come in here where you feel like you have the ruling decision making now. And with that, you're making different decisions in the outside world, but emotionally with relationships, you're discovering I don't need to fear walking away or backing off or um, you know only meeting them halfway instead of 80-90% of the energy being yours, this emotional energy. And so you're getting this emotional energy back too. And I see here a more decision making here with the Two of Swords, which is telling you close your eyes and open your heart when you're making decisions now, and you do have this, energy that comes in. So I love this progression that's happening because ultimately here you've got the Three of Pentacles. Being true to the authentic you and the decisions that you're making coming up here, both in the physical world, emotional, even mental. So you got all those here. Energetically, I feel like you're already, flowing in that. But these are the things that it's moving out into your outside world. And the Three of Pentacles is, you know, I usually say there's two people on here. One is the naysayer, the one that's always, why are you doing it that way? We should do it this way. That's not going to work out. You should do something else. That's blah 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 blah. The bubble bursters that you're like, okay, those are you always so obvious, and we're able to go. You go outside. I don't want to hear your blah blah blah. Anything like that. So I like this that you're not listening to that, but the other person, the supporter, they are more apt to pull us off our path, our authentic path, because they're the ones that are like, I'm so proud of you. Can't wait to see what you do with this. And wow, you're gonna just knock it out of the ballpark. Blah 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 blah. And out of care, not out of like bubble bursting like the other one, they might like, hey, have you ever thought of like doing it this way? And they're just trying to be helpful, but we are like, oh, I don't want to lose their support. I don't want them to join that other naysayer camp. So I'm going to, maybe alter a little bit and take their opinions and suggestions with higher regard, which is like, well, I really don't want to do that, but I don't want to hurt their feelings and lose their support. So I'll but when you look at that, if this is the route you want to go, even if you just alter a little bit, look how different in the long run it takes you. And so I like this from Spirit saying this is a time of you making choices to be true to your authentic self, and that this is your life and your journey and your dharma, your life purpose to express and to show and to share. And if someone doesn't like it, tough. This is all for you now. And I like this energy. So that's what's coming in for you. I know, right? Boom, boom. Fist bump. All right. So I like that for you. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So I think that is it for my donations right now. So we will scroll to the top and we will start up there. And so if anyone wants their reading to be next, a donation of any kind, I will prioritize you. Other than that, we'll start with let's say the happy readings because it's happy pill. You were up first. All readings are happy, right? They can be, right? All right. So you'd like a general reading. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you've got both the Temperance card, which I just put back in, it came flying back out, and the Queen of Cups. And so there's this, of course, balancing temperance. There's this, you know, kind of this message from spirit, not kind of, the message from spirit is be gentle with yourself, be gentle with this progression of you getting in tune with your psychic abilities. I usually don't like to use that word, but they're using it. Psychic abilities, but really your empathic abilities, your how you feel people's emotions. And it's been growing and growing and growing steadily. And I like that because, you've been clearing the clutter of your spiritual pipeline. And so the stuff that has been limiting the flood of this spiritual energy that powers up all of your spiritual abilities, um, it's just been flowing and it's been increasing, 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 and you've been noticing it. And sometimes it does feel uncomfortable. That's what happens, when we're starting to feel more and more emotions of other people, even starting to get knowingness, feeling of like, I know why they're feeling this way. I know what's going on with them. So it's been going and it will continue to grow. Something, and this can help anyone that resonates with. I have in my Take 10 with Zen um, episode playlist. Here, I'll pop it down here below. Here is the link to the playlist. And episodes 9 and 10 talk about the creating an empathic bubble that protects you from that. And it talks about the difference between other people's emotions and ours, and what gets triggered within our own child self, and what the true gift of an empath is, too. So, really powerful stuff. I feel like this is a time of your life where you're really expanding that. So, be sure to check those out if that resonates for you, because, um, I feel like you've been feeling it. And I feel like it's gonna start taking leaps and bounds this year, so they're having you prepare so that it doesn't feel like you're getting hit over and over by tsunami of emotion after tsunami. It's like, it's like bubble. You can have some peace and some rest in there. All right, so that's what they have coming in for you, Happy Pill. I like that for you. So many blessings. And then Magician, you are up next. So you want a rest of this month reading. So what does Spirit want you to know about the rest of this month? And if you haven't checked out your 2024 energy update, I posted the playlist earlier. It's also linked in the description box, but it gives you the entire year for love, career, and money. Money, yeah. But it also splits out the year into 3 equal sections of 4 months. So the first 4 months, middle 4 months, last 4 months gives a blessing for each that Spirit wants you to know and additional information. So be sure to check that out. And let's see what does Spirit want you to know about the rest of January? What do they want you to know? All right. So you've got this Leo energy and this 6 of Pentacles coming in here. And the rest of this month, there is this, you've got this childhood energy with Leo being the child, inner child. There is some 6 of Pentacle visitation that you can do. And I just posted the playlist for the Take 10 with Zen. There's also, if you check out episodes 4 and 5, I think it's episode 5, that talks about the 6 of Pentacles. And there's this energy of limitation, this kind of invitation for these next couple weeks to look back and like, who is it that I felt I had to do so much for when I was young, got so little back, that created this kind of program that's on autopilot running below the surface that limits things. And there is this balancing, this transformation that can come through all of this, uh, if you look into that. And that's what Spirit is having you do, because when there's this out of balance rate of exchange where your inner child believes you have to give 1,000 love coins before you get 1 love coin back, or 1,000 abundance coins before you get 1 back. They have this force field that keeps things, that repels things out of your life. It keeps things out of your life, love and abundance and jobs and this. And if you feel like, What's keeping these things from coming to me? Well, little inner child is keeping a little hatch marks going, no, no, you don't deserve that yet. And they're the ones in charge of the force field. They're like, bing, nope, can't have it. So as you bring that from the subconscious to the conscious, that video talks about how you can bring it 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 1,000, which drops those force fields and allows things to come in. So really check those out because I feel like this is a transformational type of energy. You even got the Queen of Cups on the bottom, which is again the subconscious stuff that's impacting you, and you're being set up for an amazing year if we can drop those force fields, because if we don't, then stuff trying to come to us just kind of hits the windshield. You can't come into the car. It's stuck out there, right? So that is what they have for you, magician, right now, so I'm excited for you. All right, so many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So Kritika Sayani, hello, hello. So you want to know, will Anavesh give you a All right, let's take a look here about the solid commitment here and see what spirit wants you to know. All right, nope, none of those. All right. Is it a secret? Is it a secret? Nope. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, it's kind of undecided right now. They're still going through a lot of emotional confusion here with the 7 of Cups and this 4 of Cups. The confusion comes in because they've got this 3 of Cups down here, which you can see how bored that they are with the previous relationships that they've had, and they're looking for something that's more fulfilling in their life with their emotions. That's why there's all this emotional confusion. They're trying to figure things out because they're like, well, these didn't make me fulfilled. So what is there? And here's the Ace of Cups coming in, which this whole journey for them here is this. Um, they're going to have to go inward and upward to find their happiness so that happiness they can be in a happy relationship. And so this, they're saying here, is there going to be a solid commitment of marriage with them? They're like, it's hard to tell right now because it's still up to them whether they are turning inward and upward and finding their love, and then it overflows, and then they can have this joy and want this marriage. Right now, I feel like they're just like nothing's making them happy because they're unhappy on the inside. And we can't make anyone else happy. We can only make our own selves happy. So we can try to make it, we can make it easier or harder for people to choose fear or love and happiness and joy. But ultimately, you can give someone the world, they can still choose to be unhappy. And this is the kind of journey that they're going through, is discovering their own joy, their own happiness, because they can't be happy with anything on the outside world if they're not happy in here, right? So it's undetermined right now, Kritika. It just feels like there's this journey. There's definitely possibility for it for the future, because I feel like they're at this point, this, not that they're at a point of desperation, but they're just like, why do I feel so empty with everything? Because those 3 cups that they're bored with, in addition to being relationships, it's also job and education, social status, money, body, possessions. They're just like they've started having things fulfilled, and they're like, but it's not bringing me what it's supposed to. It's not bringing me fulfillment. And so this is where they're at right now. So they're like, would marriage make a difference? I don't think it would. If I'm not happy with this stuff, why would I be happy with that? And it's all this emotional confusion that's going on there. So that's what's going on, Kritika, for them. So stay clear. And while we're waiting for them to have theirs, that is, of course, a beautiful mirror for us to turn inward and upward to find our self-love, our happiness, because we can't be happy with them or marriage or anything else unless we're happy on the inside too, right? So, all right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And Starfall, you are up next. So, general reading for the rest of the month. All right, very good. And as I mentioned earlier, if you haven't checked out your 2024 energy forecast. I posted the link earlier. It's also in the description box of the video. And it talks about, um, sorry, these cards. It talks about the entire year, but also breaks the year into three equal sections of 4 months. So the first 4 months, mid 4 months, and blessings and different things. So you can get additional information there. But it looks like here with the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, for the rest of the month, there are important relationships that are making themselves known here. And this can be romantic, of course, but it also can be best friend energy, connecting with a family member energy, even connecting with your higher self energy. Could be all of them with all this energy. Two cards, the two cards that are the big two cards of relationship are coming in here. So definitely there's these opportunities in this. So be open, have openness to it and be able to see, things coming in and how does this look? Be aware that, it's like almost really get in tune with your heart chakra and your heart energy, your heart space, your emotional energy, because you have great opportunities coming in a lot of different places. So I feel like it's time to like find that new best friend or connect with that family member that you kind of drifted away from. It's like a beautiful restart of some important relationships in your life. So I like that for you, Starfall, and that is what's coming in here. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list. All right. All right. And we are to Kimberly Junius. Hello, hello. Want to know, how does Marshall see you? All right. Of course, when we look at how someone sees us, it is through the lens of their own eyes. And I think I've mentioned that before. You get it that how they see you might not have a whole lot to do with you. That's why that famous meme of other people's opinion of me is none of my business, because they're seeing through the lens of their life, not reality. So, but we'll take a look here and see what Marshall sees here. All right. Well, in this case, it's very positive because here's Aquarius star, wish upon a star, dreams come true type of energy. So they definitely see you in this light of love and opportunity and fullness of life. And you got the Lovers card and the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities opening up in the outside world too. So we've got this energy here of, and I feel like this changes too with Marshall. I don't know if what if they're like a Libra, Gemini, a Pisces. There's this energy I feel with them that they kind of have this roller coaster ride where they almost come across as bipolar. But it's like they have high highs and low lows, and it's like one day you're like, woohoo, you're everything, and the next day the world sucks and blah 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 blah, and everyone blah blah blah, and then woohoo, I just feel like they're on this roller coaster ride of emotion, and they just see life in such different ways. But when we're looking at their energy of today, it's like now's the time to talk to them because everything is up and they think, wow, you're like a dream come true. But that doesn't mean that's the way they'll feel tomorrow. I just feel very um, inconsistent and unstable emotions that come from them. It's just like something can happen and just destroys their day. And because they let it, they have that power. They just haven't realized that they have that power, that they're the ones that are driving, their emotions. So that's what's coming in, Kimberly. So I know what's going on there, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. You're very welcome, Starfall. You're very welcome, Kimberly. All right. And Grace 1111. Any blessings coming to you soon? Let's take a look here and we'll see what we have here. So, what does Spirit want you to know about blessings coming soon? to a theater near you. All right. Couple blessings here. You do have something coming in here that makes you feel with this 10 of cups, like just dreams come true, emotional dreams come true. It's like you're full and overflowing. Something's bringing a lot of joy and happiness into you here. And with this two of wands, there's this empowerment too. So one of the blessings is you're learning here that when you focus on joy and the things that you're grateful for, you get more and more and more and more and more of this. But if you focus on what's missing, like what would be here missing, then you get more missingness. It gets more, it gets larger, it gets bigger, and this gets smaller. And you're like, whoa, okay. So I feel like it's an empowering type of blessing coming in, and I feel like that's why they're not telling you specifically what this thing is, because whatever you're focusing on is what grows and comes in. So there can be many multiple blessings of this fullness, because when we focus on what we fear, what we miss, what we hate, blah blah blah, we grow that. But if you focus on gratitude and joy and laughter and unconditional love, that's what expands. That's what you bring in more and more and more. So the extent of the blessing and how many there are and how big it is depends on your habit of what you focus on. And we are all taught as children, focus on fears, right? Focus on what's going wrong, what's missing, because that's when we get punished or praised. So we're taught, conditioned, focus on what's wrong so you can fix it and get rewarded. Well, we can change that. I usually say a great way to change habits, because we learned it through repetition, is to repeat it. Affirmations throughout the day. I usually use my cell phone. And if I want to change a habit, I set a silent vibrating alarm. So it only notifies me every 30 minutes, every waking 30 minutes. Come back to gratitude, come back to blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is I'm trying to change, it brings it back. So I like that for you, Grace. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then we have angel blessings coming in. So blessings after blessings. So angel blessings. You are up next here. So, all right. So like a general reading and see what does spirit want you to know. Whoa, pshoo. 2 cards flying out here. All right. So you have this wonderful shaking and rattling going on here with the Saturn, Capricorn, Devil energy here, but the 9 of Cups, which is dreams come true as well. And when a combination like this comes out, it's really spirit saying, you're going through some transformation and challenging of what does dreams come true mean. It's like if you're walking along a beach and you find a little mini genie. It's the small one. It's you only get one wish, right? So it's not the 3 wish big genie, it's the mini genie. And when all this unfolds, the genie appears and goes, "What's your one wish?" And you're like, "Whoa, okay, wait a minute. If I only get one wish, this is what I've been told I'm supposed to, should, need to, have to, must choose for my wish. But wait a minute, is that really what I want?" And this Saturn energy comes in to shake us up to go, why do I want that? Is that really what I want? And it's like, okay, I'm reviewing, I'm looking, I'm analyzing, I'm like, what is it I truly want? Me, my high heart for my life, not what I've been told I'm supposed to want. And so I like this clarity coming in, because your dreams can come true, your true dreams. But like when we wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I gotta go live my dream today. We know that's not our dream. Our dream, we wake up excited. I can't wait to go do it. I can't wait to get into it. Let's see what happens and unfolds, right? So I feel like that's the what spirit wants you to know right now is, yeah, this shaking of your dream is on purpose, so that you can uh, differentiate between what is other people's opinion and what is what you truly want. So I like it. I'm hearing the um who are they? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Spice Girls. So I'm hearing that song in my head. So that's your theme song right now. All right, angel blessings. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Charming Anjushri Dubé. Hello, hello. So you want to know about this Leo? Love me not, right? Like we used to do with flowers, which was so mean to flowers, taking their petals. Love me not. Love me not. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Does the Leo love you? You know, we've got the it going back and forth here. Here's like the two petals. Love me not. Love me not. And it has to do here with when they're in their heart, there's love there. When in their mind, they not that there's not love, but they're like they mute mute emotion when they go into their head. And because I feel like they're big thinkers. When they allow their heart to be expressed, the heart goes, "I love him," and they're like, but they don't let him speak a whole lot, which is in here. We got the Magician card, which is action and movement and energy coming in here. I feel like this fiery energy of like a Leo here. Um, and it's there's this underlying message. Sorry, I'm trying to put it into words because I feel like they're they're trying to like energize their heart to love. Because the phrase that's coming to my head is one that Spirit brings up is, I can't love someone else if I don't have love for myself. I can only love others to the extent I love myself and only receive love from others to the extent I love myself. And this is why I feel like they have a hard time expressing a lot of love because they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves. They have all these rules, all this belief systems that judge them, and I feel like they've had just a very extreme life of high bars set for them and failure in their mind, and being told that from the outside world, fail, fail, fail. And so they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves because they didn't get a whole lot of love growing up. And so they're learning and they're wanting to like, you know, put the little panels and beep, come on, heart, live, live, love, love. And so that's what's kind of going on here is like they're loving you as much as they can, which isn't a whole lot, but it's because they don't have a whole lot of self-love. It's not about you, it's about their capacity to love, if that makes sense. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Charming. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list. And we've got Aditi. Hello, hello. So Pisces feelings and next actions towards you. So let's see what's going on with Pisces feelings and next actions. All right. So their feelings are more here focused in on passion, the Knight of Wands, fastest moving horse, horse on fire. It's like a young prince with very hormonal, or like a little chihuahua that will hump your leg. So their feelings are more passion focused, more physical attraction, energetic attraction than emotions and different things. Their next actions, we have the Ace of Swords, which they're kind of trying to gain clarity about what their next communication is, how they'll contact, how they'll go about wanting to express that. Because, I feel like, they they don't like feeling that way where they just want physicalness. Because Pisces energy, very emotional, very emotionally based, but there's something that's keeping emotions away, that it's like it's in a treasure chest that's locked deep in a cave that they put it there for safekeeping because it's a treasure and other people tried to steal the treasure and break the treasure, so they felt very frightened and have fear around being vulnerable and sharing their heart. That's why the emotion isn't there, but the passion is, but they don't feel, um it's like there's this feeling of using people for the passion, and without the emotion attached. And that's what keeps them back. But this is what they're trying to figure out, how they can communicate that, how they can approach it. New way of looking at the situation too, because they don't like it. They don't like feeling that way. It feels empty, when it's just physical. And if that, passion is there, can be there, but then you feel empty afterwards, and this is the kind of energy that they're dealing with right here. And so I don't feel like they've decided yet with this Ace of Swords what their next action is. I just feel like they're looking at this situation, trying to figure out and gain clarity around um, what to do with the situation and of them, not specifically you, but they're not calling you a situation. Their situation of the emotions being held. Do I bring the emotions forward? Is it time to look at that and start to get brave and share emotion? Or do I just keep doing what I've done before and at least I get part of me fulfilled, but then the emotions aren't there? They're just doing a lot of thinking around what do I want to do with this? And, you know, I feel like they respect you enough they wouldn't want to just do that physical stuff and not have emotion involved. I feel like they would be disrespecting you, and they don't wanna do that. Other people, they'll be like, I can have a fling, but I don't care about that." But I feel like they do have emotion below the surface, and that's why, um, they have that respect, if that makes sense. Anyway, but that's what's coming in for you, DT, so many blessings to you. And then Goddess Angelic Vibes 1111. Hello, hello. So let's take a look here and see the person on your mind's higher self guidance for your connection with him. All right. See if they'll give you the secret code to get into their heart, huh? I'm just kidding. Let's see what advice they have here. All right. Wow. Well, I see why you have this desire and connection. You got the Six of Cups, which is past life connections, a lot of them, and the fated wheel too, the wheel of fate. So, the higher self says, understanding, this past life connections with them is important. If you have a way of getting into your past lives, your Akashic records, and looking at those things. The information you'll glean from the past lives that you've had together will give you a lot of input into why you guys chose to come back and have another lifetime where you guys are interacting in whatever way it's going to be. Both of these cards are telling me that, because it is looking back, and you can even see all the characters around the outside have all those books. Those are the books of the Akashic records, the fates, right? And so I feel like they're telling you, seek the Akashic records of past lives, and your spirit guides will bring forward the specific lifetimes that they want you to know about, because it will give you background and understanding of the interaction. Um, And if you don't have, um, if you haven't looked at your past lives before, you can find ways to do that. I feel like you have, angelic vibes. Obviously, you do energy work and things like that. If not, I do past life readings too. That information's in the description box if you're interested. But I feel like definitely getting into that can really help and give you the guidance that you're looking for. I like it. I like it. Fun, fun. All right. So many blessings to you, Goddess. And Anusri, you are up next. Any significant relationship coming to you? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about relationships here. Any significant relationships? All right. Yes. So you got the 10 of Pentacles, which, if you look at it, is one of the relationship cards with Spirit with me. You've got the two people together, and the child and the dog and the grandpa and the palace and the coin and the fullness of life, which represents, relationships, significant. Seven of Pentacles, though, it's like, yes, but oh no. Some Pentacles, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. Yay! So patience, it's coming, it's in process of moving, coming towards you, do 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 do. It takes time for all the little seedling to grow into a tree and gain branches and leaves and blossoms and then fruit. So it takes time for it to come towards you, but whenever you get like one of these messages, especially regarding love, of patience and slowness, things slow down on purpose for a purpose. Because if we continue to do what we've always done, we get what we always have gotten, which we don't want a significant relationship to end up like that, right? Lower vibrational, cheating, lying, arguing, rah, battles, right? We want a loving, um, vulnerable, beautiful, joyful, happy, full of gratitude relationship, right? Unless you want that, then you can do that. But I feel like that's why when things slow down, that's your spirit and your soul team going, whoop, nope, we don't want to keep attracting that. So we're slowing things down to give you time to get rid of old ways of thinking, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationship, emotions that don't serve you. You kind of like cleaning house and making space for this new relationship. And you're raising your love vibration by doing that, and it's a win-win because you don't want that lower vibrational relationship, you want a higher vibrational. And so it's your vibration is moving up and you'll be attracting that higher vibrational relationship, which they are also working on. So there's this, both, instead of being down here and having that type of experience, you're moving up higher to attract one another. And when you do that, another wonderful byproduct is it speeds things up, because then when you have your higher vibration, you both do, spirit's like, all right, we're ready to move from going in slow-mo to regular speed to come together and have things unfold, right? But things slow down because then the attraction of lower vibrational stuff doesn't come in fast. It's very slow. It doesn't catch up to you. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what I like for you, Newsweek. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. Sure. Yeah. Anyone can ask a question. You just have to put it into the chat. And I do go down in order, first come, first serve through the free readings. And if anyone wants to make a donation, I do step outside of the free readings and honor that energy exchange. And I dive deeper into those too. All right. So, Lynx Lee, you're up next for the next free reading, and you want to know anything that you need to know. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Wow. So you have abundance available to you here. You have this fulfillment of this this is like a relationship card, fullness of the outside world, abundance in a lot of ways. This all comes about here. This King of Pentacles rules here over all the Pentacle suit. They go through the entire Pentacle suit, so they're very wise about the outside world and how things work in relationship to everything out there. One of the big lessons that they bring in that helps things unfold, helps things move forward, is the realization that when they were looking for their self-worth and their fullness in the outside world, either relationships, situations, or things, bodies, bank accounts, that type of thing, that they felt unstable. They felt lacking. They felt disappointed. Life was always falling short. And that's the journey of our human. We all come down here and experience that. So you're definitely, they're not alone and you're not alone. We are not alone with that, because we're taught, well, here, relationships define you. No, your job, your education, situations define you. No, your body, your bank account, your possessions define you. And so we're like, oh, okay, I got to get all this stuff. And we're like, why is it not fulfilling me? Why is it falling short? Why do I feel unstable? Well, because all those things are unstable in the outside world, right? People change, people walk away, people pass away. So temporary, unstable, right? To define ourselves by. jobs, education, social status, any situations we can get in, that outside world's constantly changing, right? Nothing ever stays the same. And then things, like I said, things, our bank accounts, our bodies, possessions, that things deteriorate, right? They blow up, burn down, stolen, whatever. So the king learns as he, goes through that experience that that's out unstable, and so they eventually get frustrated enough, or disappointed enough, or bored enough with the outside world, and they turn inward and then upward, and like, ta-da! There's the stable thing I've been looking for, the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. And then when we define ourselves by that, it's beautiful because we feel this fullness and wholeness, eternal, never ends, very stable, unconditional, nothing I have to do to earn it, nothing I can do to lose it. I just have it. And so very solid. And when I define my capital S self worth in that, then the outside world transforms instead of being something lacking and falling short because I'm full from the inside out. The outside stuff, when it's piled on, is above and beyond extra. So it changes from a world of lack to a world of abundance, of overflowingness. That has to do with relationships. When I don't define myself by a relationship, anything anyone gives, I'm grateful for instead of going, well, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, they didn't do this. Relationships are much more fruitful, as well as jobs and everything else, because we're not looking at how it's falling short anymore. We're grateful for what someone's able to give, and that changes any relationship, right? Because if for everyone, right? If I'm in a relationship where every day we have a meeting, like, all right, so here's our meeting, and I'm going to tell you everything that you didn't meet up for me today. Why do you want to be in a relationship like that, right? But if you have a every day, it's like, I want to tell you something sincerely that I'm grateful for about you. Wow, I'm gonna be excited every day to interact with that person. So this is the energy that they want you to know about right now, Linksley. So I love that. So many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. Right, very good. And I do see your questions, Ty. I see you've kind of have combined them all into one question now. So we will get to that eventually. Hang in there. All right. Soul searching vibe. You are up next. So, do you have a future with Aquarius? All right. We have a future, but what kind of future, right? I know what you mean. Spirit knows what you mean. Let's take a look here. So, do you have a future, like a romantic future? Wow. Aquarius card coming in here. And even got passionate. The Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight out of them all, the horse on fire. And yeah, I mean, the star card is dreams come true, wish, it's Aquarius energy. The star represents the Aquarian. So that's them showing in here. And this Knight of Wands is fast movement. And I'm just going to pull a clarifier here because I have this energy of things that are built fast also disappear fast. Okay. So we've got the two perspectives here. We can be patient and allow things to unfold with the Aquarian. Um, or if we rush into it, it will end fast too. So I like this that they're saying that the energy in which you're approaching this um, determines how much of a future you have with this Aquarius. Very interesting reading. I love it. On one hand, you've got, you things move fast, but they also end fast, or things build with them, and then things maintain because it's a solid foundation that's built. So I like this. It's the difference between expressing passion and being passionate and burning out, or you know developing friendship, um, and moving forward slowly with them, building a strong relationship with them, right? So interesting energies coming in there. So it's all up to you. And I feel like you're picking up what they're putting down there. And so that's what they have for you, soul searching vibe. Interesting. I like it. I like it. Things that are built fast destroy fast. Things that are built slow last a long time too. So I like it. Right. And then Smooth Life, you're up next. You want to know, is this connection with H, is it for your highest good, or is it best to release him? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. I like how you phrased it. Is it for my highest good, my highest experience here on the earth? So let's take a look here. Tell us about H here. All right. Well, we've got the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, newness, newness, newness. So I feel like releasing them is what's coming in here. Yeah, you even have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck and the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So there is this, you know, newness coming in here. And you taking power, you taking the authority with where you're investing your energy and your passion, and pretty much like you taking the bull by the horns, going, you know what? This connection, I feel like um I can relate to this, that you can see potential and you can see who someone could be, and you're like, but it could be this. But I feel like it's we can fall in love with the potential of who someone could be, but Spirit is saying just accept who they're showing you who they are right now, because it's not guaranteed that they will. They, even though people have capacity to do something, doesn't mean they're going to do it. And I feel like with this, there's passion, there's new interest, there's new something more in tune for you. Um, like you know, you have like a counterpart of fiery wand energy that's out there for you, and I just feel like you are the one that puts in so much energy. You don't get a whole lot back, but you're like, what, they have the potential, I know they can, and there's a chance they will, and you're like, fat chance, big if, move on. So that's what's coming in, Smooth Life. I like your sassy spirit guides. They're like, big if, let's go. So I do feel like releasing him is important for you. All right. So that's what they have there for you. And Pinky, you are up next. So how will your future spouse be? Let's see, what little tidbit of information are they willing to give you about your spouse here? Let's take a look here. Yeah, definitely. Someone who's very independent and grounded here with this Nine of Pentacles. So they don't rely on a whole lot of people. Very grounded energy, but also very fiery. I like the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands here. A lot of fast movement, a lot of energy, a lot of inspiration, and um, and this is why they do have this independence, financial independence too. They have a lot of great ideas. They have a lot of spark, a lot of oomph, a lot of fire of doing things in life. I feel like maybe, you know, definitely a lot of fire sign energy here, because I feel like they're not afraid to leap forward and pursue their dreams. They've got this fiery fire sign energy, which one of the things I love about fire signs is that they will look at the world with the eyes of a child, of wonder and awe, and anything's possible, and they'll leap forward, and they got this energy. So I like this. They do that. They like to travel too. The Nine of Pentacles is giving me very Sagittarius energy, like they like to go visit foreign countries and learn and grow. So I like this fiery energy that's coming in here, and it's a little tidbit of who they are. So can add that into, if you're keeping a journal, what about my future spouse? Add those in there, write it down, right? All right, so that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And we are continuing down here. And we've got Kritika Mahotra. Hi. I love the little sun. Psh, What's your next relationship going to look like? All right. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know about your next relationship? All right. Wow. So, your next relationship, it's interesting. This combination, the world card here is about ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure that's unlike anything you've had before. The Nine of Cups is like a wish come true kind of card, but it's the combination and the energy I'm feeling is like it's like a wish come true, but it's a wish you didn't know you had. If that if you're picking up what they're saying here, because it's like you have this old way of doing things, which that's what the world card is like we've had our old cycles, our old ways, but there's an ending and a beginning and it's a new adventure. You're just like, I didn't even realize this is what I wanted, because you might have been caught up into a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. And well, this is the wish. Here's the list of who we're supposed to want and what we're supposed to want. And then boom, you're having this whole new adventure of like, you're like, whoa, I didn't even realize that this is what I wanted. And I'm so happy and I'm so full and so different than anything you've had before. So I feel like it's going to be a person that's not your type, and not the kind of requirements that you would have had to have on someone. And you're just like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. And it just keeps growing and growing, and it's this adventure. And you're just like, what the heck is happening? But I'm loving it. And I had no idea I could feel this happy, because it's so outside of your expectations and norm, that you don't have expectations that have to be met, that's sucking the life out of the relationship. I feel like it's just like it's new territory, and so you're just enjoying it for what it is, and I love that for you. So wow, Kritika, here we go. I do feel like it's, this year too. I feel like, on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, but I feel like as early as 4 weeks that you'll meet them, or 4 months, or April, anywhere in between those. It has to do here with you letting go of expectations and being open, going, you know what? It doesn't need, I'm gonna, just know that I want love, creator, and I'm trusting you to bring the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. And the more you're able to release that and step out of those expectations, that's what brings them in faster, because they are not someone that will be caged. But you don't have to worry. We want to cage people because we don't want them to cheat on us and find someone else and blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like that's even going to enter the picture, because you're just going to be like, wow, I have this trust and I don't care. And I don't feel like they would, but it doesn't matter. I just, wow, it's kind of energy. It's interesting. But that's what's coming in for you. Kritika Mahotra. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the. I know, right? Kritika, what? So great, right? I love it. You're so funny. All right. So enjoy that. Goldie, you are up next. Energy reading between you and the Leo. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. All right. So energy reading between you and your Leo, and the Leo, right? Yeah, you've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Newness, 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 new ways of looking at it, new passion coming in. And you've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is one of the relationship cards that's been flying out for a lot of people today. But it is this fullness and completeness of the outside world. I just feel like there needs to be, for things to move forward with the Leo, there's just, you have to look at things from a different way and cut away some expectations and requirements, because they're very passionate. Leo energy, they're very passionate fire signs, right? And they don't like, lions don't like to be caged, right? And it's like, they're like, well, this, if you walk up to a Leo and go, "This is what I want from you," when you take the card down, they're gone, they're running away. Because I'm sorry, that's what they showed in my head. You're just like, you're doing this, and you're like, "Do you see it?" And you're like, "Hey, where'd you go?" And all you see is a lion's tail running away. "No, hell no, I don't wanna be caged." And that's what this Page of Swords is all about, is cutting away these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, it has to be this letting them lead, and what do they want, and they don't want anyone, like I said, caging them and restricting them. They've gotta be able to express their passion in the way that they want to express it. So the energy between it, it's like, wow, there's interest there, but if you feel like the lion is, the Leo is, they'll come up this far to you, and you're like, "Why won't you come further?" They're like, "Because I see the cage door here, and I'm not entering there because I know the cage will close me in." And that's why they've stopped at the edge of the cage. So as you are able to release the cage and get rid of bars off of the cage, they will come closer, but not until then. Interesting. Oh, I love spirit. But that's what's coming in there for you, Goldie. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So many blessings to you. Continue moving down the list here. And so the next free reading will be Salmia Rao, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much. HTTTPS. Let's give that some love there. Appreciate your donation. And you want to know any messages from your spirit guides? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know here. Um, I feel like they want to give you here. They're going to give you a spiritual inkblot test with this divine guidance oracle. It's fractal imaging, which is a picture that's created through formulas and blah, 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 blah. I won't bore you with the details, but whatever you see in the picture, like a spiritual inkblot test, is a special message from spirit to you. And then I'll read from the book as well. All right. So here is your card here. Sorry for the glare. They're very glossy, and I'll try to move in so you can see the design there. If anything jumped out there, it is card number 39. And let's see what they have here. So this card is called Resolution. And life is like a puzzle, and we put the pieces together in a way that fits for us. Till now, your puzzle hasn't seemed to fit together in a way that's made sense. What seems out of harmony will begin to feel balanced. Even though some things feel like they just won't work, shifts and adjustments are happening now. You will find that things will start to fall into place and that everything will fit together perfectly in your life. Wow. Love that message from your spirit guides. Like a frog, right? Reedy. Transformation. Frogs do move from tadpoles to frogs, right? So maybe you're picking up on transformative energy here. Let's see what else they want you to know here too. Through some tarot. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, and even in the bottom of the deck, you have this Ace of Pentacles. So new opportunities that are, coming towards you here. It's the overall energy under the deck here. Let's see what happens here. All right, yeah. You definitely have transformative energy coming because you've got, oh yeah, on the bottom of the deck, you've got, after the Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Page of Pentacles and this Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is like letting go of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And there's this clearing away of like, um, it's like things aren't fitting because there's all these restrictions from the past, all these opinions we learned, popular opinions growing up with the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's, and like, well, this isn't fitting. It's like, well, because all this stuff isn't has been added that's not doesn't need to be there. It's like taking away all this stuff, and then okay, now it just fits perfect. So it's like decluttering of the mind, especially here, because you also have the Five of Swords, which is this conflict, but it's transformation. Five is the number of transformation. The battling inside between the heart and the head, and the heart wants this, but the head is like, oh no, no, no. We got all these rules we got to obey, and this is where the conflict and why things weren't fitting in the past, right? So there is this questioning: why do I believe that about myself, about the world, about whatever? And there's this release that comes in because that 10 of swords, they're not dead. They're just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and trying to live up to everyone's expectations, trying to please the world, and it's not going to be pleased. It's like, all right, I've had enough. I like it too because in addition to the 5 of swords with all the mind, you got all this pentacle energy, and you have the 5 of pentacles. The 5 of pentacles is this, again, very transformational energy about self-worth and who you are. And it's like this movement from lack, this movement from feeling abandoned, being left behind. Again, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, I feel like do have a lot to do about your worth and self worth, because these cards also represent a pursuit of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. You have, I mean, all this pentacle energy because you've got the 2 of pentacles, which is balancing your worth, seeing things from a different place. And ultimately, it comes down into this 10 of pentacles here, which is abundance, fullness of life. And, you move from feeling this 10 of swords into this 10 of pentacles, something feeling so lacking and exhausted, into this fullness that unfolds here. So I like this puzzle is coming to completion, because the puzzle was, when we're given so many thoughts and beliefs that are contradictory to one another too, and that don't match our heart, it just feels like it doesn't fit. These pieces don't fit together. And it's like, oh, there's extra pieces that were given that are not of the true puzzle. They're fake puzzle pieces that were given to us by the outside world. And as you chunk those, you're like, oh, this makes so much sense. The picture is coming into view, and all the pieces are falling together here for you. So I like this for you. HTTPS. So that is what they have, right? Maybe you'll find a frog that you kiss and it becomes a prince instead. 10 of Pentacles is relationship. I feel like it fills every area of your life. So I like that. All right. So hopefully that resonates. That's what they have for you there. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. You're very welcome. All right. So we left off with Samya Rao for the free readings. And when anything you need to know regarding career opportunities, you're waiting for a job opportunity. All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about job opportunities. All right. Well, you definitely have something headed your way here. You've got the 6 of Wands, which is victory and celebration, and the King of Pentacles, fullness and wholeness and of the outside world. So definitely 2 very, very positive cards that you do have coming forward here. Um, Anything that you need to do, anything, they're just like, it's coming, it's arriving. Just know that it's arriving here. I'm not getting any extra messages from the King of Pentacles. But they learn a lot through life. I just feel like your spirit guides are going, "You're gonna get what you deserve." What? No, they mean it in a positive way. You're gonna get what you deserve. There is this reward type of energy coming in here. You've been putting in the effort, you've been putting in the work, and the reward is coming. It's you're in a place of authority in both of these. You're being raised above on the horse here. They're sitting on the throne here. So I feel like there's this, it's like a movement up in a position. You're given a position of prominence with this. So I like it, Free Samya. It's very positive. So that's what they have. Boom. All right. Many blessings. All right. So continue moving down the list here. So cutie, you're up next, and you wanted a love reading. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, here's two cards. Boom. Oh man. We got the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So it is coming, it is unfolding, it's headed your way. You got the Queen of Cups. So there's an emotional journey that's happening while you're waiting for this to come in here. Queen of Cups rolls over cups, gets a second portion of cups. So she's the master of emotion. She has the ability to dive deep and go deep into her emotions. And so there is this energy of things are going slow to give you time to clear out some emotional space for love, which means there's a lot of charged emotions that are bubbling below the surface. And she's going to bring those up. The Queen of Cups is bringing those up for you to go, all right. So, this feeling, this fear emotion, this fear emotion, this fear emotion, these emotions that helped you when you were younger but aren't needed anymore. It's like you're cleaning out um, drawers and getting rid of old furniture. It's like emotionally though, and it could spill out into the physical world. But I feel like you're making space for love. If you ever have like old furniture that's filling up your entire living room and the new furniture is coming, it's like, well, I got to get rid of this old furniture to make room for the new. And that's what I feel like this Queen of Cups is doing is emotionally, you're getting rid of relationships, romantic, friends, family, whatever, um, and old emotions that are bubbling below the surface that are taking up emotional energy, and you're releasing that. And all this emotion is coming back to you, storing it up for this love that you're able to give in the future. But right now, there's not enough. It's like throwing things off a ship so that the fuel will get you to where you're going. I don't know what that's about, but it is. It's like you're chunking all this emotional stuff so that you have the emotional energy and fuel to make a relationship work. Otherwise, it just there's so much emotional draining that it wouldn't be helpful or healthy. You wouldn't be able to go the distance. So I like that for you, Kitty. So assignments, homework, and go. All right. Many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. And we are to new love. All right. So hello, hello. Will Demir take any action towards you in February, like getting to know you or asking you out? All right. Let's take a look here. Let me shuffle that one more time. All right. That was a very poor shuffle. Let's try third time's a charm. All right. There we go. So let's take a look here. For February, based on current energies, will they take any action? Asking you out, do anything like that. All right. Anything else on that? All right. All right. Well, we like the combination here. There's some emotional confusion that's going on with them here. The 10, the Wheel of Fortune, is basically saying that your human will be fine with how things unfold here. I felt like March is more what's going to happen here. I feel like they're got a lot of stuff going on here emotionally that they're clearing up and needs clarity, but your human is fine with it. Ultimately, they're glad, because the Wheel of Fortune says how whatever unfolds in our life is for us. It's the tune of for you, the for tune, which 2024 is the year of for us. But this says that even your human is on board because sometimes our human side can go, how is that for me? I don't get it. But when the Wheel of Fortune comes on, it tells us that even your human is like, all right, yeah, I'm on board. And I like this. So I feel like March, February, I feel like between now and February, which is only what 6 weeks, they're just like clearing clutter, emotional clutter. They're getting things out so that they can be fully present. And so I feel like they're purging things, getting over things, ending friendships, different stuff. They, like we've been talking about, I feel like they're preparing for love and for new love. They're preparing for new love. But a bunch, your guides are funny. They're preparing for you. So, but I feel like March is when it happens there. It's funny because I feel like Valentine's Day, they're like, they don't want, they're just not ready for love and don't want Valentine's Day, so they're kind of just putting things off and getting their emotions, cleared up. It's funny, but that's what's coming in, new love. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And then Ashvin Rai. Hey. And so you need some guidance on your father's health. Anything to worry about. All right. And whenever we have questions about health, I just have to refer everyone, of course, to the disclaimer in the video that talks about, I'm not a medical professional, lawyer, financial, whatever. Uh, you know, tarot shouldn't replace any professional, of course, individuals or resources. It's designed for entertainment purposes only, and everyone ultimately has to make their own decisions. So, that said, check, check, check. We have to do that here in the United States. So, all right. So, let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. Well, I like it. You've got some good things here. You've got the Hierophant and the 5. You got the major Arcana 5 and the 5 of Wands, which is movement of energy, transformation of energy. And the 5 of the Hierophant here is the higher self, calling to give capital T truths of who we really are, what we want. This is transformation of from fear energy to love energy. And this is like remembering who we really are and connecting to their spiritual side. We've even got the 9 of Pentacles, which is about um, taking time to connect with spirit in the physical world, this independence here. So, the guidance that they would give you regarding your father's health is, when the human body is in fear, it shuts down its immune system, its digestive system, it floods the whole nervous system with adrenaline and other things. It impacts us because it's not designed to be in constant fight or flight mode. It's just designed to get us to safety, and then everything turns back on and we're great and we're healthy. But if we're in our society, there's a lot of emotional monsters that keep us in fear, keep us in perpetual fear, especially if we get diagnosed with something and someone says, "Oh my gosh," and then we have this perpetual fear that's going. If we can move our energy, and this is what Spirit is saying, move your energy from lower vibrational energy. And if your dad can move from focusing on fears, what is missing, what they fear will come in or out, or what they hate in their life, and even especially if we have health issues and I'm focusing on like, oh, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. We're focusing in on that and we're growing that. And that keeps us from moving to health. But if we can move our energy to a place of I'm focused on gratitude for health, for what I am grateful for in my life, joy, laughter, the more joy and laughter we can have, like when we're so serious, lower vibrational energy, higher vibrational energy is joy, light, brightness. When we do that, the energy raises the vibration of our bodies and our lives. So that helps. But also, just scientifically, according to the internet, you can find it all out there. And there are doctors, of course, that say all this too, that when we're at peace and we're not in fear, then our bodies are amazing healing machines. So I feel like this is what they would say is if we can focus on those higher vibrational things and get our minds out of our illness, our sickness, whatever, we're able to um, change our health, change our lives, change the vibration that we're living. So that's what's coming in for you, Ashvin. So many blessings to you. We're sending a lot of love to your dad right now. All right. And then Bala Anshu. All right, so we're at 12:45. I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes. Let's see, where are we at here? I think I only have not a whole lot more to go here. But we'll see how far we get. I know I'm not going to be back on until Friday, so for any free readings I don't, even if it's just a handful, I can come back on after my praying mantis session and complete those. So if I don't get to you here in the next few, then we will head that direction. Right, actually, I just got a donation coming in here, so let's take a look here. All right. So thank you so much, um, Dijona, for your donation, and you'd like an angel message. So thank you for that. So we will step out of the free readings for a moment here, and let's see what the angels have here for you. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I do feel like they want to give you here a message from the Seeker Oracle. And let's see what they have here for you. So, what message from your angels? All right. Well, name the thing. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little better here. Beautiful card. It's a little baby dragon. Let's see what this is here. They're like, it says, see the thing, look into its eyes. It's a gaze you have been avoiding. The thing is something that you shy away from, something that you do not want to accept or acknowledge. They're saying, face it. At the moment, the thing is small, and its teeth and claws can only inflict minor discomfort. It's best to confront the thing. Name it, and when you name it, you can tame it. Oh, I love that. When you name it, you can tame it. Do not procrastinate. Do not put it off any longer. Tame it before the little thing becomes a big, monstrous thing that has the potential to do real and lasting harm. We avoid situations that we know are going to cause stress. On the surface, this might seem like a good choice, but then the source of stress is always there in the back of our mind, quietly causing our cortisol levels to rise. And cortisol plays a key role in helping our body deal with stress. But if levels of this steroid remain too high for too long, it does more harm than good. It's like we were just talking about a moment ago. If there's something you've been avoiding, an appointment with a doctor or dentist, an issue with a friend or loved one that needs to be addressed, or maybe an ugly truth that you're doing your best to deny, then it's time to face it and do what needs to be done. A minor issue can become a major one, excuse me, if it's not addressed straight away. Dealing with it now will help to keep your stress levels low. Confronting the thing and naming it is the best way of dealing with it. And by banishing it, we keep the body and mind healthy. I like it. So name it so you can tame it. I love that message there for you. So that is their message for you, Dijona. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right. And then we've got Bala Anshu, you're the next free reading up here. And higher self guidance for your love life. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your love life here? Well, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles, which would be a love life. That card's been coming up a lot today, representing relationship. And you have the Ace of Pentacles showing that there is new opportunities that are coming your way here. Endings and beginnings, too, here with the 10 and the Ace here. And I feel like, even on the bottom of the deck, you got the Knight of Pentacles, which is patience. It's the slowest moving horse. Things are unfolding. Things are headed towards you. Um, if you've had this kind of ending and beginning in your outside world, just know that's part of the process. I just feel like there's this clearing away, this chopping away of clutter in the outside world, that there's just a lot of demands everywhere physically in the outside world for you. And I feel like a part of this guidance for your love life is to declutter that. There's a lot of things drawn, a lot of different places in the outside world. And it's almost like the 10 of Wands energy too, which is, this clearing of things, bringing your energy back to you, and just focusing, simplifying your life in a lot of ways, mentally, emotionally, energetically and physically. And I like this for you. I just feel like it's a time, use that energy instead of focusing on, oh, love isn't here, and do they're saying, take all that energy instead of focus on what you're grateful for and clearing things up, taking this action of I'm preparing for it because I know it's coming. That's the kind of energy that they want you to look at instead of going, I don't think I'll ever find love, or where is it at? It's like they're saying, bring that low vibrational energy into this higher place of gratitude and joy and going, all right, you know what? What can I do to um, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love and myself and the world no longer serve me. And I'm clearing out my mind. I'm clearing out my emotions. I'm clearing out my energy. I'm gonna have all this energetic clutter of, lower vibrational things. I'm gonna choose higher vibrational. I'm clearing things out in my physical world. I feel like they're saying it's like you prepare for it, but that energy is what brings it in faster, is getting rid of clutter. I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you. Bala Anshu. Many blessings to you. All right. So great courts. You're up here. I'll be on for about 5 more minutes. So let me see. I might probably get one or two more in here, maybe. So great courts. You want to know, what will your success be like in the future? You've accepted spirituality in your life, and is it promising? All right. What will success look like in your life? And is it promising? All right. All right. I like this very much. You've got the Hermit card. So this is you consulting with spirit, the spirituality, like you talked about. You got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is also very spiritual energy. She not only rolls over spiritual energy with the wands, but she's given cups, which is her connection to her emotions, which connects to spirit. Very strong spiritual, a very strong spiritual relationship that you have, where and it is very promising. Your success is, you head towards this, you stay true to your authentic self. With the Three of Pentacles, you create what you want to create. You don't let people drag you off. You allow that creativity flow. You allow your expression to come in here. And whenever you have any questions about, well, I'm not sure which way to go, they're like, dial us up. We're your eye in the sky, spirit. We're always here around you. And ask us for assistance. We won't meddle in your life outside of the honey-do list that you gave them before you came down here. But we can ask of our own free will, um, for their assistance, for their guidance. Give me clarity. Let me know if this is the route to go. And the Queen of Wands is very much known for being able to move forward and have a lot of progress and get a lot of stuff done, and abundance and everything else, because she doesn't feel like she's at risk. She has a black cat on her card. All the other royalty of the wands have a gecko, which protects them from risk. But the queen doesn't need protection from risk because she doesn't take any. She goes, well, I've reached this, so I have to go left or right. Hey, which is more for my highest experience? Take a right, right? You take a right. You don't feel like you risk because you are in so tune with spirit that you're just following the guidance, and it takes you to victory. It takes you to those things. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And let's take a look here. And so Shay B, you'll be my last reading in this session. For everyone else that I haven't gotten to yet, I'm going to be going to my praying mantis session here in a moment. That'll last about an hour or so, and then I get to eat. And then I'll be back, and I'll complete those out this evening, because I know I'm not back until Friday for free reading. So I'll talk about that here in a sec. But Shay B, you'll be my last one for this one. You want to know, what's the outcome of your connection with Jordan based on current energies, what they want you to know here. All right. So there is some stability here in the outside world here with the Four of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands is this energy of being true to you and, not asking permission to shine, be you. And so if you are able just to say, this is who I am and I'm going to shine bright, and you don't need to defend who you are, you just can be you and don't dim your light at all, then there's this kind of stability that comes here in the outside world for the two of you here. But I feel like it's such an important thing for you to not try to be who you think that they think you should be, and da da da. It's all about, boom, here I am, take me or leave me. And I feel like that's what brings stability in there, is they're like, all right, dang, okay, I get it. Because I feel like Jordan doesn't like people who are trying to be someone who they're not. And they understand society is built that way, everyone has fears, but they really appreciate people who are energetically, passionately themselves and screw the world if they don't like it kind of attitude. So I feel like that's an important thing. And if you do that, then they definitely have this type of stability that comes in here. It's like a stable interaction. I don't feel like it's a huge, there's so much undetermined yet that I feel like Jordan can go like 80 different ways. And that's why Spirit's like, well, I don't know. But if you do this, we can at least tell you this brings that. Because they're like, well, there's so much to be determined yet between the two of you, if that makes sense. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. So let me take some screenshots here. And so what I will do, like I said, I will come back on this afternoon. And of course, you have become a subscriber. Make sure you have your notification settings set to all so that you are notified when I come back on. Blessed one, you will be up first when I come back, just as an idea of where we left off here. Okay. And so we got that here. Sorry, let me just do this so I can focus, and then I'll be able to talk coherently. All right. And then we'll grab here. So I do have yours, Shreya. So we got you in there. Minna Hill, no, I didn't get to yours yet, and I apologize that you've been waiting long. I do prioritize, the donations, so those do come first, and I go down in, first come, first serve. So I'm on for 2 hours. I try to do the best I can, so apologies, but I will be back. That's the important part, right? So we will return. And then, so I will come back on, and in about 2 hours or so, maybe 3 hours, depends on, I have a couple of things I need to do too, but I will be back on today. And after I come back on, when I go complete the afternoon session, I'll pin a comment with the names in order as I completed the reading, so you can kind of find out in the reading where you're at, so you don't have to like kind of listen to the whole thing or search. You can kind of pop in there and go, okay, who is that? Okay, oh, I'm after them, so there I am. You can find yourself kind of fast there. In the meantime, if you are looking for some messages while you wait, we do have a ton of free things that I offer. One of them is this 2024 energy forecast. That's the link to the playlist that's for each individual zodiac sign. We talk about love, career, and money, and we split out the year into, into 3 equal 4-month periods. So be sure to check that out there too. And then we've got the winter solstice readings. Sorry, Shivi. If you've already put your question up, I will get to that when I come back, but I'm leaving like in a minute to go to my other, so I don't have time to complete it right now. But if you want to be first when I come back, you can donate, or if you want to put all your questions, if you haven't already put them, I'll grab it before I leave. So do that right now. All right. And here's the winter summer solstice reading as well, that has a bunch of information about the entire solstice period from December 21st to March 21st. Also, we've got the Capricorn season that's coming up here that we're in from December 21st to January 21st. So you can still get information on there. And there's a special Capricorn Sun Baby 3-month reading in there. So if you're a Capricorn or you know a Capricorn, be sure to check that out. Also have a pilgrimage. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Undo that. There we go. Trying to do too much too fast. This is a great pilgrimage meditation that has a pick a card in there too. And we actually go visit the fairy realm in there. So that was a really cool one. And then also every other week I have a full moon or new moon reading. And this one was for this Capricorn new moon. So you can still use that energy too as well. And if you're interested, I do offer personal readings, past life readings. I just introduced birthday readings. Here is the link to that. They're half off until the end of January. And I also have some other services. All that information is in the description box of the video below, as well as becoming a Praying Mantis member. That's where I head after each one of these sessions. I go on for about 2 hours, and then I go to a Praying Mantis session for about an hour or so, where we do readings, past life readings, oracle readings. We read books. We do a bunch of spiritual connections, and we have a special Q&A on Thursday nights for 2 hours as well. So if you're interested, be sure to check all that out in the description box. All right, everybody, I will return. Thank you again so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video, all your love and support and your thirst for spirit. And remember, every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon. Till then, much love to you. Oh, and thank you, Shibi. Let me grab that real quick here. All right. We shall return.